Okay, it looks like we are up and running, and I got a little bit some stuff fixed, so I apologize for folks that are missing this live. I was doing this earlier, and it wasn't quite working out, but now I've got a little bit better uh, camera setup and everything like that, so it should work out a little bit better. So we're going to play a little bit of Roll for the Galaxy here. And oh, it looks like it's actually doing the video preview there for me. So I'll let that go. Sorry about that. And so we're going to go ahead and do a little bit. If you jump in, I'll be watching chat here. So we're going to play a little Roll for the Galaxy. I got the yellow player and the red player. We've got a little bit of information here to take a look at there. So let's go ahead and take a look with this camera here. So we can see here we've got the brown world to start with. That's the home world. We got a little bit of faction happening here. So he's going to start with a blue good and a brown good. And he's got a little special ability down here. He gets plus $1 for each novelty cyan die in your citizenry at the end of the phase. So that's interesting. I haven't played with this one actually. So he wants to have the die here in his citizenry. That's kind of interesting. So the red player has a blue cyan die on this home world, and he's got a special ability here of explore. You can get $4 instead of $2 when you do the stock option. When you do it with an alien technology, and he does start here with an alien technology there in his citizenry there. So that's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and move this back a little bit, and we'll go and switch to the full view there. If anybody is in chat, I'm just going to take a quick peek over. Nobody's in it right now. It's a little bit late, but so we're actually doing this. So YouTube people will get more use out of this probably than Twitch people this time. I apologize. So we're going to go ahead and do a little roll here. We're going to roll. Sound should be in sync now. That wasn't happening before. And so we'll take a look here. Let's zoom in to that. And what do we got? We got a bunch of eyeballs, which is kind of a bad roll. So we might as well just go ahead and stack those up like that. And we could do something a little bit different. Let's see here. Oh, we should actually draw. Sorry, I had this drawn out earlier. Actually, let's do, my bad, the starting tiles here. I'll just make this quick. So this is a development and the world side, and I'll just kind of randomly set these up here. I forgot to do this before I got going. So I just picked the cheaper sides there. So we'll do that, and then I'll do something similar here for the red player there. Okay, that's good. So apologize for that. Normally you always start, if you know the game, with one development and one settlement there in your queue. So the yellow player doesn't have a whole lot of options there. So that's fine. Exploring is good to start the game. So we'll zoom back out here. We'll go over to red player. Let them roll up a little bit. And so these are normally simultaneous, of course, but I'm just kind of trying to take my best guess at what you would do without knowing what the other player is going to do. So what do we got here? So we can explore, we can produce or settle. The settlement world that this player here has is, let's see there, gain a military red die in your cup. That's always good to get more different colored dice. So maybe what I'll do is I will do this because a lot of people like to explore at the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and piggyback there on the explore and then try to do the settle. So I am cheating, of course, because I do know what the other players do. So we'll go ahead and take a look here. So we're going to actually spend our 3 explorers, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 of these, which just moves them right to the citizenry there. Spend these 2, and then I'm going to go up and I'm going to gain $4. So it's going to put me up to $5, and then I'm going to go here, use the last one, and go in and draw from the bag. So we'll go here from the bag, and we'll take a look at it. So I'm going to draw 1. Remember, you can actually abandon one of these if you like, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to grab one of these here, and let's take a look at what we got. So here we have a development power, which is develop, settle, plus $1 after completing each development or world, not including that one. That's pretty cool. So you're going to get $1, which basically means a free die at the end of your turn. This one is gain $1 and an alien technology in your cup directly when you do this. So I like this one. I like this galactic recycling. So I'm going to take and put that here underneath. So that is the yellow player having spent all of their dice, and now they have a little bit of money coming in like so. So I'm just checking out. if anybody's in here. Nobody's in here. That's too bad. Oh well. And so now the red player is going to be able to piggyback off of that explore action. So that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to have them draw a tile. So we'll draw a tile here and see what the options are. Okay, first option is going to be gain a rare element's brown die into your cup. And this one is another reassign power. So we do have an existing reassign power that we can do. You may reassign one novelty or green die. And this one is you may reassign any 2 workers. That costs 5. So let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and stick this one underneath there. And we'll do that one there. So we'll go ahead and stick that underneath. And then this is going to get quickly built because he did settle. So these 2 will go on here. This one will place a red die directly into our cup. So that world's not going to be able to produce anything there because it's gray, but we go ahead and get a red die and put that right into our cup. And then this obviously was actually spent when we did that. Now we've got a dollar left over for red. We'll just go ahead and put that yellow die in there. And then we'll have a $5. So that's all 5 of those. These will go in there, and he'll spend all that. And remember, you get $1 extra when you do that. So quick, we're on to the next round, and so we'll just do yellow again first. And so there's our 5. So we've got here 2 settles, or excuse me, 2 develops, and we've got a settle, 3 develops actually, and a produce. Now producing isn't necessarily a big deal there, so we're going to do this here. So we'll go ahead. So we can see here our worlds are full. So we would really like to do is ship. So what we can actually do here is we can spend one of these, because we don't want to produce, so we'll spend that to actually call the ship action. And then now we can do a reassign. We'll take and do the reassign with the settle and then move that under there. So we can ship again here the 2 goods that we have. So we'll be able to ship those hopefully. And then if somebody calls develop, then we can go ahead and do that. So we'll go over here to red, and he'll roll his measly 2 dice. He should probably, oh, so we got some settle there. And again, this one here we can build, this one will give us a brown die right into our cup. So I might as well do that. You might as well build. We'll go ahead and do that. So that's very simple. He'll do this. He'll throw out here his brown die, so you can see we've got that built up there. And then now he's not going to have any money again because he hasn't made any money. So we'll go ahead and throw here. Let's see, our red die doesn't have a lot of opportunity for things, but this yellow die has a 50% chance of being the wild, which doesn't do us a lot of good when it's by itself. So that's the red player's turn there. Now we're going to go back over here, and we're going to develop. Nothing happened there, so these are going to go directly back into the cup. We didn't do any settle. We did do ship. This die we used to actually reassign goes back into our cup directly there. And then we're going to go ahead and ship the dice here. So we've got these 2 options we can do. If we go over here, we can see we can ship these for some points here. Now we're shipping with white, so we're not going to get any bonus points there because remember, you always get 1 point for shipping, another point if the good matches the color of the world, or if it's purple, and another color if the die that you ship with matches or is purple. So I could get some points here, but I think what I'm going to do is get a little bit of money. So let's take a look at that. So I've got here the little cheat sheets, and if we take a look here, back at number 1, we've got the cheat sheet there, and that is we're going to get $3 for the blue and $4 for the brown. But we don't need that much money. So let's take a look here. We're going to go ahead and do this one here, so we can get $3 for that one and $4 for that one, and we're going to have 2 left over. So what we'll do is we'll take the $3 there, so that'll give us here $4 total. And so we're going to send this one back here, and then we're going to send this one over here. We're going to get 2 points for that, and I've got the pile of victory points. You can see these over here. So I get my 2 points for that. And I've got some extra ones in the green cup there. So we'll go ahead and do the 2 points there, and then we have these, right? Then we spend the $4, bam, bam, and then these go back into there. So we'll go back to here, and I'll check the old chatty box, but it's like midnight on the East Coast. Oh, there's somebody there. Okay, let me know if you're watching and seeing stuff okay, if you get a chance. Okay, so that's going to do that. We've got our 2 points here for yellow. We spent all our money, and now we're back to the next turn. So let's see. Red still has only 1 die, so he needs to get on the ball there. And then we're going to go ahead and do yellow. Yellow's got a whole bunch of dice to roll. So we'll do that. Take a little zoom in there. And then I'll do that. And so we'll let you guys think about your turn. See if anybody... Do that. Okay, so what's he going to do? Now he should probably get building. So we've got here 2 shipments, which does us no good anymore. We got an explorer, we got a wild, we got 2 settles, which is good. So we could settle, because we do have here military cup, and then we get some reassign powers there with the develop. So I could stick that there. Look at that, I rolled everything. So that's pretty cool. Let's have a look here, move that over a bit. What to do? I don't know what to do here. So shipping is obviously worthless. So these I can actually probably use to reassign something. I could build that develop, because this could be anything. I could call develop with this, and then this could be reassigned. So I could develop this technology that we see up here, and this still gives me the opportunity to basically leech anything else. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll see what the red player does there with his die, his 1 yellow die. Okay, so he's got develop, but he can do whatever he wants. So what is he? Well, he's got a development there he could get out. But I think what he's just going to go ahead and do, he's going to do explore, because he needs some extra money quick, because he's just behind the 8 ball. So he's going to do that. He's going to get his $2 from that, and then this will be spent. And so he'll have $3 to spend at the end of his turn. And there we go. That's red's turn. And then we'll go over here. And so that was explore, so he could leech off as well. I think he's going to go ahead and leech and get $2 out of that. He actually called develop, so these will all go here and spend that development. Again, this one here is, if you have the most novelty cyan worlds in your tableau, you may reassign 1 or 2 workers to any phase. If tied, you may reassign 1. So at this point, we are actually tied, because we have the cyan there and the cyan there. So we can actually reassign, at this point, 1 of our workers. Move that over a little bit. Okay, and then the rest of these are actually going to go back into our cup, because they weren't used, like that. And then now we have $3 to spend, so we can put all these back. So yellow's still in pretty good shape. So again, we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's see if anybody's... Paul's on. Alright, so yellow's going to take their turn. Yellow's got a bunch of dice. Yellow's playing well. Red is not. So look at all, oh, these are all eyeballs. And there's 4 eyeballs there, and then we have a produce, and we have a settle. So what do we want to do here? I like this idea. I like this idea here of this one, that one there. Cool, thanks. Awesome. Okay, it's working much better, I think. So I'm just doing it now, and then it's going to go on YouTube, and then, you know, that's going to be it. So I kind of adjusted the cameras and things, so that's all that stuff. Yeah, I know it's super late, but that's what's going to happen, I think, today. I might do this again, but I'm just like, I'll sneak on late, and I figured 1 or 2 people would, you know, maybe jump on and just give me feedback that it's working. All right, so yellow's turn. And I'll play a game and throw up on YouTube, and a lot of people watch it there, I think. So let's see, what should yellow do? Also, I think he wants to build this. So what I can do, I don't know. That's easy to build. That's okay to build. Production's good. He might want to leech that off because his worlds are empty. So we'll go ahead and do develop. We'll do one reassign, and we'll just do that one, I guess. So now he's going to call develop. He'll be able to build that, and he's leeching off a bunch of those. So that's not so bad. And we'll do this. Okay, so what does red want to do? Red needs to probably get some money, and that would probably be good for him. Producing would actually be pretty good. Well, no, actually, he's got, oops, he's got one thing here. So if we do 3, he's got one world there, and he's got another world there that's empty. So he might want to go for that that idea. So I don't know. I don't know what the best thing to do is. So let's say produce. Producing twice is pointless. So let's have him leech produce because he doesn't know. Remember, I'm kind of cheating. So maybe he thinks he can get away with leeching produce, and then we just do this to get himself some money, and then have another turn. So he's going to kind of generate some money. He's going to get $4 out of that. That'll put him up to 5 there, and then this yellow one goes back in the cup, of course, because we can see nobody chose produce over here. Now, since red did choose explore, yellow gets a chance to do that. Yellow's actually going to use this in this case, I think, because they're going to get a bunch of dice back. They're going to get these dice back in their cup. So they're already at 3. And, yep. Yeah, Nations Dice is pretty fun too. I played that as well, and I like that. I've only played it one time though, so I think I like this better, but we'll see about that. So this one I can actually use here. I'll spend that to explore. I'll leave what tiles I have here. Just grab a tile out of the bag. Let's see what we got here. Settle. Green worlds and yellow worlds require 1 fewer settler to complete. That's pretty nice. And this one is gain. Now I do have that technology that I just built up here, which I forgot to use actually. I could have reassigned something for free. But let's go ahead and do this one because it kind of goes along with that, and I've already got a cyan world, so I'm building up a little bit of an engine with that there. And then this one here, I'm going to do the develop. You can see that. So I'm going to spend the 2 develop up there. Let's buy that route right. So these are going to go here, and I'll zoom that out a little bit. And so this will get built here because I used the 2. So that'll go out there. And so $1 after completing a, if we see that there, whoop, that's out of focus. Sorry about that. That was my fault. This is for people that are new or jumping on. You get an extra $1 when you develop or settle. So that'll be pretty cool. And I plan to settle a lot of these cyan worlds there. Okay, so we'll go back to this. So that's that. Yellow gets to put 1 die back in their cup, and that'll be good with that. And so we'll go back here. So yellow's going to do their turn. It's funny how much longer this takes on Twitch than it does in real life. Okay, so we'll take a look here. And so we'll move that in. Get a good shot of that. So what does he want to do? He probably wants to settle that, and he can start getting extra money. So he might also want to produce or do this. So let's leave all these. The development one he can waste, right? Because, I mean, this one I can actually reassign, because remember, if you have the most novelty, so I can actually reassign this one here for free. Like that. So I can reassign that one, and that can go on the one underneath there. So I already got one on there. Because remember, you can build more than once per turn, or sort of queue up more than one, which is pretty neat. And we'll do this. So this is a star. It doesn't really matter what this is. He has $5. So I forgot to put this back actually. So I got kind of distracted. So that was already going to be in here. Sorry about that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I thought that seemed kind of weird because I spent all that time getting him up to speed. Oops. So that was a produce. Eyeball, eyeball, settle, all kinds of stuff. What does he want to do? He could probably ship because he's got the blue one, but let's do this. Let's do, what would he do? Well, he doesn't want to do that. So, right, because he needs to get some tiles. He's only got the one tile there, which is convenient. So he's going to do explore. Yellow's going to be able to leech. He's going to do settle, and then he'll have settle there. So since these phases happen simultaneously, he knows that he's going to be able to use this to spend on something. So he's going to first do one tile, because he can do this one at a time. He's going to draw one out here. And so this is $1+ when you do a consume. So when you score for points, you actually get $1. And then the next one here is the world. So I think, what does this give you? This gives you a brown good on that world. That's probably okay. So I think what he'll do is he'll just set that there. And then he'll use his second and third ones. I'll tell you what, he's going to do one more, and he's going to grab another tile. And so we get this development here. This is act as if you have one more home shipper for use this phase. So that's, you get like a bonus shipper, which is pretty cool. Gain $1 and a rare elements brown good when you build this. I think I like this one, space docks. So that's that one, and then the second one, or last one here, will give him $2 right there. So he spent all of that. This will go back into the cup, right? And then this will go back into the cup. And then this will go on to the world for settling. Okay, because the other player actually chose settling for their option. And they have here, they can explore. So I am going to actually do that to grab a tile out of here. This is what we're going to get. Gain $2 in a yellow die, which is cool. And this one is plus $1 for each good you trade this turn from a brown world. I'm going to go with the fully build strategy here. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to place all three of these on here. So two of these, this blue and the brown one, will go here. That's actually going to build that. And this next one here is going to go on top of that. So now we're all caught up. Okay? So now yellow only has $1. So I'm going to go ahead and use the blue world. Oh, excuse me. And this one actually gives you a red die in your citizenry. So we'll go out and do this here. And we'll get a red die out here. So we have 6. He's got 5. The yellow guy's got a die. Okay. Now we're going to go over here. Red's got $3. So he's going to put all 3 of these dice here. Alright, so that's on to the next round. Yellow rolls their 1 blue die. And we're going to see what he has there. So he's got a shipment. I tell you, he's just going to go ahead and do explore to get some money this round. So that way he gets some more dice next round. Now, next thing we're going to do is red's got a whole bunch of dice to get to roll. Okay, so 2 developments, 2 explorers, and a ship. I think he wants to do a settle because he wants to build that. He can do a development and get that built. He can do a reassign, I think. Oh, I haven't done that yet. Okay. One thing I might have missed earlier, I'm not sure I did. One of his starting faction powers there, you can see when you explore, you get $4 instead of $2 if you use a yellow die, which I did start with. So I think I might have done that, but that's okay. I just forgot. Yeah. I think he may do the same thing here and try to get some money. He does want to get this world settled, though. Let's just do it so he gets some money. So we'll do that. Kind of boring turn, but I think they both would do that. So he's going to get these 2 dice back. These 3 is going to give him $6, so he'll be at 7. And so he's only going to spend 4 of that. And these are going to go in here like that. He's still got his world. And this one will get $3 because that's 1, gets 2, spend the 3, and he gets these 3 dice back here. And then there we go. So yellow's going to do that. Okay, yellow's got those. And the blue one. Now you can reassign a die. So I can do this, reassign that for free because of that special ability I showed you earlier. So that's okay. So that means now we're going to be able to build this, which is pretty cool. We'll go over here to red. What's red got? Red's got 2 eyeballs. He's got the developments, this, everything, 1 of each. Well, he does want to do settle because he's got it queued up. So he's got that figured out. They'll probably both do the same thing this time. I think he'll leave these. He won't do ship. So he'll leave it. He would leave this like that. And he would probably, yeah, he'd probably just leave it like that, I think, because this is going to be maxed out. There's no more settlements under there to queue up anything. There's no reason to move any more dice around, I don't think. So, they both picked development. So these are all going to go back into the cups. These 3 will go up there, which will build that, but we've got $3 left. So these will actually end up in the cup. And then this will come in with a good on the world there. So this will go out here. And this will go on there. So we'll take a look there. And just so we see, everybody has 6 things built. He's got a good there on that world, and then a good there on that other world there. And then here, of course, yellow has 6 things built, but nothing on them. So we'll go over here to yellow. Now yellow, again, is going to build these 2. This will go back in his cup. So he's got 1 in the cup there. These 3 come off. This one gets a blue good on it. So that'll go out there. There we go. So that we're all set. Now yellow only has $1 to spend. So bam, bam, I'll throw the blue one in here. And then it was starting off where red was barely rolling any dice, but this one is rolling some dice there. So, okay, he's got the Explorer. He's got one of these. He does have this nice 6 cost world here to build. So this is getting $2 in this. Oh, but he does get, I forgot, he does get an extra $1. So I should probably re-roll those dice because he did settle. So he gets an extra $1, which means he would have had this brown die in this cup because that's what I would have spent it on. So I'll just roll that. Okay, so I got a explore action there. Okie doke. So what is he going to do? He probably needs some stuff. So I'm going to explore. So get some more tiles and some more money. That's an easy call. And this here, lots of explores. Some develops. Might do a develop, and he's got a settle. Now he might want to ship something. If you take a look there, and because he's got that one, and then bam, that brown one there at the end. So I think he may actually, if we look at it over here, do a shipment. So we take a look at that. Let's see. He can't do any weird reassignments. He can take and do a ship. This can be anything. So there's his 2 ships, and he's got the 2 goods. So I can leave these here and hopefully leech off of that, which is actually pretty good because if we look over here at yellow, remember he chose the Explorer. So he's actually going to be, I'm going to do yellow's turn first because red's turn is now a little bit more interesting. So yellow's going to first take 1 here, and then he's going to take a tile, and we're going to take a look at it. You may reassign 1 white die. Explore, it has to be an Explorer. And the other side is gain $1 in a Gene's green good on this world when you place it. It's kind of fitting a strategy. Yeah. See, these both are kind of locked into a build strategy, right? At least right now. So we're going to do this. I'm going to maybe switch up reds. idea. So he's going to go there, and then hello, howdy. All right. So let me know how it's going there for you, Sir Bob. Seems to be working much, much better. And of course, this will be up on YouTube in its entirety. Okay, so I got that. So I got this, and I probably would like some money because these are heavy price here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do these two for $4. Push them at 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These will go back in the bucket there for yellow, and that's that. So we're gonna go over to red's turn, and I'm gonna go over here. Who's that? Jen's idea? Is that Richard? Okay. So next turn, sorry to take a drink. So he does get to leech all these, which is interesting because I was going to ship these for money. But now I've got a couple tiles here to explore. And these aren't very good tiles though. So let's do one. We'll do one here and we'll take a tile out of the bag. Let's see what we got. Okay, another development. Plus $2 at the end of that phase. I haven't really made much use of those. Oh, red equals Jen. Yeah, there you go. Yes, red is Jen. I always play yellow and red when I do these things. So gain a rare endless in a cup. Okay. So I think he's gonna ship stuff. So I'm gonna take and put him there. And then, yeah, okay. And then these two are going to get money. So that's gonna be $4. So it's gonna put him up to 5 there. And then now these developments will go back in the cup. Then I will ship these. And if you remember over here, I've got that blue one and I've got the brown one over there. So what I'm going to do actually is take another look here. So brown will give me $4 and blue will get me $3. But I already have, if we look over here, $5. So these two plus these will be able to go back in, or one of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do actually trade in the brown. So I'll do the brown one there. And so the brown one here, this is going to come in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get here the $4 for the brown. So we'll do that. So this goes up to 9. And then I'm going to trade in the blue here. And this was on a blue world. So that's going to go here. Whoops, I cheated. I hope I didn't do that before. Whoops. That should go there. I just put it right in the cup. So this will give him 2 points, one for the blue and then one for, of course, for the just for getting it. So there's that. So that was the 2 ships here. And then, it doesn't matter, I can put them all in there. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those go back there. So he's got all of his dice. So that's a nice roll there. Very nice roll. Red is Sparky. All right. Billy's dead. Replaced with Sparky. All right. So he's still got $2 left. So back over here to yellow. He got bumped somehow. And so he's going to do a nice roll there. And so we're going to get, what do we got here? This, and then a wild. Well, he really does want to build this yellow one here. So I think what I'm going to do, I've got these 2 stacked. He can do a free reassign. He can reassign 2. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. This is a great technology. So again, he's got, this ability now to reassign his 2 dice because he's got the most cyan worlds, and he's got 3, whereas red still only has that 1. So I can do this now. So this is anything you want here. And then I can use one of these, for example, to pick it, and then just do the 2 free reassigns. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is dicey because these are going to be locked in on this. I've got nothing coming back to me except for 1 die. So that's kind of the tricky part to build these big ones. You kind of, it hurts you a little bit. Um, it's kind of a bad move, but it's a little late, so that's what I'm gonna do. And so this one here is that one. Okay, so these, let's move that over a little bit. Some settles, develop, produce, eyeball, more develops, and a ship. So what I'm going to do is actually, I know as the red player, even though I'm cheating because I'm playing against myself, I'm going to do this as produce because I know that the other player is not in a position to. Well, they may choose produce. That's the thing, is you never really know what they're going to do because of the way the dice roll. They may go, oh, I'm kind of forced to do this. This is obviously better. So when you plan on leeching, the other player, it's hard to know because they may have rolled, not what you expected them, and not even what they really wanted. But he's able to leech these, construction ideas, and then he does want to produce because I'm going to shift red into shipping. So, lo and behold, it works out. So we're going to actually do all of these settles here for yellow. Put them all in there. Now I can voluntarily take some of these off, but I'm not going to do that. And then what I'm going to do here is go back to red. Now red can leech that settle. So he can choose not to use the yellow. So that'll go back in the cup. These two will be spent because they'll be used to build the asteroid belt. And this one actually puts a brown, you can see there, into your cup. So I'll put a brown out here, and I get a brown in the cup. Okay, and then he can do a produce here. So that's nice, because I go back over to here. And I'm going to produce there, one of them, and then the other one here will be that one. Okay. Okay. So that's that. And so he had $2 left over, if we remember right. So these two white dice are going to come in here. And then yellow here, he only had the one. And then so he's going to spend that. And then he's going to, I got to be careful about knocking those over because I'm going to screw up and cheat. There's an eyeball, but whatever. I can just do settle. Yeah, see, I wasn't thinking last round. It doesn't really matter what I roll. All right, so every dice. Some rearranging here. Let's see. Settle, produce, ship, star, ship, eyeball. So he starts shipping. He might start shipping. He only needs to ship 2. And this one, you might as well leech develop. I mean, you know, he's just going to leech them all and just keep one of the shippers shipping. I mean, I don't really see a good reason to do any reassignments there. I could be wrong, but we'll do that. So if you look back at yellow, he's doing a settle. So he's going to punch out this world. Now this world here, all these are going to come off. He's going to get $1. Remember, for that technology, so he's got $1. Now this one here is actually going to say get $2 and a yellow die on this world. So he's going to get his $2 there, and then we're going to go ahead and put a yellow die on that world directly. So that is the sort of the tableau there of yellow currently. And we're going to go over here. So that was a settle. Now unfortunately there's nothing for red to settle, so these are all going to come off, which isn't the end of the world. Then he's going to go ahead and ship these. Now remember, we got a brown die to ship and a white die to ship there. So I can ship here the blue good with the white die there, and then ship with the brown die the good on the brown world. So I'll get 4 points total. Do I want some money? Yeah, it might be good. Well, no, I got a bunch of dice in there already. I'm just going to ship, so I'm going to get 4 points out of that. That's not a big deal. All right, so we'll take here. I'll make some change here. Get a 5. These two are going to go here, and then These two will come off. I've got a buck here to spend, and I've got that. So let's look at the, this is always good to have handy, so you can look at the percentages, so to speak. So the brown's going to give you some more of this building and development stuff, a couple of shipments. The blue, which I've got there, is going to be more heavily faded towards shipping and producing. So that's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to put the blue die in there for my buck. Okay. So now we're going to do, let's see. So yellow got bumped, of course. So if we look here, yellow, remember he got the buck for this technology and then $2 for the yellow world. So he's got $4 to spend. So we'll take these three here, put those in the cups, and then one white one. And now everybody's caught up. So now we're going to roll for yellow. Alrighty, look at those eyeballs. And that, which. Now here I've got yellow and blue to ship. And if we take a look over here, you can see that'll give me $6 if I do that. And these are on like-minded worlds. I think what I'm going to do actually is come back over here, and then I'm actually going to do a little shipment action, I think. Then I can leech off explore, which isn't the end of the world for me. So this guy will be a ship. I can reassign this one because I have that ability. So I can actually reassign 2 dice if I wanted. So I could reassign both of these, trying to guess. Now he hasn't rolled, so I don't know what he would do. I could maybe stick these down here under settle, but that wouldn't make any sense because obviously the other player is not going to choose settle. They don't have any worlds. So what would they do? What would they do? Shipping doesn't work. I do know that they're starting to do production and shipping on their side. Yeah, I mean, you can sit here and second guess yourself all day long. I think what I'm going to do is leave one at explore, right? And then I'm going to do the other one, I'll just say at produce, because that can be nice. Okay, so we're going to go over here to red. All right, so there's that. So let's take a look here. We got develop, we got produce, we got an eyeball, we got another eyeball, we got this, we got develop again, all kinds of good stuff. Now what do I want to do? Well, I want to ship, I want to produce. This is good because I've got a brown world. I don't have any yellow worlds, but I can do this here. Oops, I can assign with that. So I can produce a brown and a blue. I'm good. I can do develop, so I can put this here. I can, here's something I would do. I would throw that under ship. Because, this is tough because I know what I did already, again. But he did ship. So, whatever. Let's just pretend, alright? And, Sparky's doing alright. Don't worry about Sparky. So this is going to go into the cup. The produce is not. The produce is going to happen. So I'm going to take this here. We'll take a look here. I'll put this over here on the brown world, which is where I just put it there. So you can have a look there. And so that just happened. So now he's got 3 things set to go. If we look back over here, you can obviously see he's got 2 shipments now. So if I take a look back over here, and then we're going to see we got a yellow, brown, and so on. So I can do my 2 shipments. If I do blue with blue on blue, that's 3 points. It's probably worth doing. And then I just go ahead and ship the yellow for money because that's going to give me $6 when I do that. I think that's what I'm going to do. So the brown here is going to stay. The blue itself is going to come over here. And the yellow is going to come over here. Now the yellow is going to give me $6. This is going to go all the way up to 7. And this is, by the way, this is the camera you see now in the lower left-hand corner. That's been officially dubbed the ham cam. It was called the Richard cam, but has now been dubbed the ham cam. And so these are actually used here. I'm going to go ahead and just grab a 5 spot, make a little change. Okay, so there's our 5 spot. Then I'll have $7. Spend that all the way down. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll leave a white die out. go ahead and put those in there. Alrighty? So we're going to go over here. That turn is done. So these sets of dice here are going to go back into the cup, because remember we did produce. So we actually wanted to do produce. I'm going to go ahead and go over here, and we'll do like so. And so the blue will go on the blue, and the brown will go on the brown, right? And then we're going to go back here. This is actually now going to leech off the ship. Okay, so the shipment happens. And so what do we want to do? We're going for points? What are we doing here? Well, we can get $4 out of the brown if we wanted to do for money. We have a fair amount, you know, a few dice. We'll probably be able to throw one of these in there. Let's do the points, because the other player now has points, so we've got points. So we'll go up here. We're going to ship, of course, the blue one, obviously. That'll give us 3 points. That does not go in the cup, which is where I just put it as a cheater. So we'll go ahead and put that back up there. Sorry about that. So I'm going to get 3 points out of the box. And just for fun, we're going to take a look there. You can see that is the supply of victory points. It's kind of doing, there's, what is it, 3, 6, 10 points left in there. Which is good because my count is correct. So this guy has 9. This guy's got 5. So that's right. All right, so we're going to spend $1. We'll throw yellow in there. I like yellow. Okay, so let's take a look-see over here. Let's see. Yeah. There's a couple of videos on how to play. I think my video covered most of the rules. I usually tend to leave 1 or 2 out because it's just sort of my thing, and I don't try to do exactly how to play, but I always tend to leave out a couple of rules. So you can't like learn the game like Rodney's videos where you can absolutely 100% learn the game. So now, what to see? I want to build. Look at that, that's perfect, because I'm going to get that built. So I can have all 4 of these here. I can leave the shipment there just in case the other guy ships. I'll leave the produce. I'll go ahead and take one of these explorers here. Actually, use the white one, because if this doesn't happen, that'll go back in my cup. Because if it doesn't get used, it goes back in the cup. All right, so he's set up. He's going to try to build that big green world. Remember, he gets some money for this. He'll get a die, and he'll get some extra money too. Now we're going to do this one here. Okay. So what's he want to do? He wants to just trade and ship all the day long. So, whoops, that was an eyeball. Whoops, now it's on the ground. Let's take a reach. Here it is. There we go. He's got a good out on the world. He's got 1 brown good. You can see that over there. So he could ship if he likes, but he should probably, maybe he'll leech off of that. He doesn't really have anything to do. So let's do some exploring like that. And just in case a shipment happens, he can ship that good. It's not going to work out for him, but that's okay. So exploring is going to happen. Of course, remember, he picked it. So he can explore. And he's going to do that. I think he's going to... He's going to use up a lot of these dice, whoops, here. So he's going to just go ahead and do that for the $2. Yep. He's going to spend all 5 of these dice here on that world. These is going to come off. And then I'm going to set these aside because I'm thinking here. He's going to get $1 for that world. He's going to get another $1 for the technology he had that I mentioned. So he's going to get 2 extra dollars. And he is going to get a green die when he builds that world directly on that world. Okay. And what did he pick? Oh, he picked a settler. And these 2 are going to go back in the cup. So there we go. Now he's got $5. He's got the blue and white there. So you can put these 3 and those 2 there. This goes back to 0. And we get that. So now we're going to go over here to red. So this will go back in the cup. Explore. Let's do 1 explore. And I might trash something here. That's probably pretty good. That reassign. And then access. I'm going to trash this one. This one here lets me have an extra, pretend I have an extra shipper. I don't know. It's kind of like getting late in the game, so I don't think I'll get to use that very much. So I'm going to throw that out, which means I get to draw 2, because normally you just draw 1. So I think I'm going to try to build some worlds here. Well, this is probably no good. Oh, this is a purple die. $2 and a purple die, which is good for points. And then this is gained directly into my cup. What do these do? You may reassign 1 or 2 workers to the phase you select. Yeah. So definitely I'm going to build this one instead of that. I think that's going to end up on the bottom, because you put them underneath, but you can do settle. Yeah, so let's just do this. So that's that. So I don't really need to necessarily do any more exploring, because that's going to be enough for me to build. So that's $6. Puts me up to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 1 white die left. And I'll have spent all my money. And this one here that I trashed will go back there in the bag. Okie doke. And we're going to go there. How long have I been going for? 51 minutes. It doesn't take that long to play Roll for the Galaxy. That's because nobody's explaining and narrating their moves for an hour and a half. Okay. So there's that. So he really needs to explore. He's got nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Shipping would be good. Maybe. I think he needs to ship. He needs to change gears, which is interesting. Okay. Well, he can do reassigns now. He can reassign. He's got more of the blue world, so he can do 2 reassigns. So let's see. He's got 2 goods that he can ship. Take a look here. So he's got the green and the blue. He can get 4 points out of that, which is about half of the points left. So, yep. It's real tricky to play this in your brain with 2 players. Yeah. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate that. Okay, so he's going to ship. He doesn't need both. I'm going to use them both. Well, whatever. So, and then he's going to try to leech. He can assign 2 dice. So I can move these to explore. And then, there we go. In case somebody calls explore, right? And then I could do, I may have something to actually settle. You know, you never know. So I'll leave those there. That doesn't make sense. If there were more players, this would move. Oh, you know what I've been forgetting? Holy cow. That's lame. Okay, I forgot the 2-player rule. Damn it. So flustered. You have to roll a die, and then you're able to pick. It actually activates. I knew I was missing something. So anyway, this will activate another roll for that rune. Damn it. Oh well. That's why we call it the ham cam. So I'm not going to change it now, though. And that's also why this is taking so long, I think. So we'll do that. So we'll play this. I'm just going to leave it. Not that big a deal. I'll play this again anyway at a reasonable hour. Yep. Totally forgot about that. Okay. Well, he wants to settle. He wants to settle pretty bad. He wants to also produce. That'll actually work. Well, he's got to settle. He'll do this. This can be anything. This one we can do to reassign, and then we'll leave that one, right? Because then he'll get 4 on this world. So there's that. So let's see. He chose settle, and the other one chose ship. So we'll do him first. So he can actually settle, but nothing's there, right? He's empty, which is dumb of him. This here, but now we can do a shipment here. We're not going to get any bonus points, unfortunately. Did I do that wrong? No, I mean, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Yep. So Here we go. So he's going to ship that and that. So he can get 4 points. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to ship these two here. Then we're going to go boom, boom. That's going to be 4 points. Yeah, until you don't play this like for strategy. I mean, especially this game, I've found that this game is like pretty open-ended. You know, like you can learn a lot as you play. There's the 4 points. So I wouldn't worry too much about, you know, getting every exact rule right, of course, and all that good stuff. But, you know, there's all these technologies and things you get on these developments. There's just so many ways that you can play with them and how the dice work and everything. So I'm going to take the green one here for that dollar. So I'm doing pretty good there. So that's why I took the points. I had a lot of dice in there. And then so we're going to go back over here. And then, so he didn't leech off ship, unfortunately. So these are all going to go back into the cup. And then these 4 are going to go jump on there. Alrighty? So that's that. Yep. Yep. I screwed that up. So we will take a look here. It's one thing to note is like when you change your style of doing reviews and videos, like it takes a few to figure stuff out so then you can worry about the game and not so much the making of the video. I noticed that with my recent ones, which I was doing the you know, the still photos and things. It took a while to figure that out or just get used to it. Okie dokie. Produce. I can produce a lot of stuff. I think I will do that. So let's see. There's that. I can do this. I will produce 4 goods. I'm going to use the green one there to do that because I want to produce a green good. And I can do the rearrange so I could try to ship these goods later because I can rearrange 2 dice because of that technology that I had. Okay. Okay, and then this goes here. And so here I can do development. Oops. So I just need 1 there, and the one underneath there is 2. Yes, I will do that. Perfect. This can be anything now, because I need 1 on here to build that, and then I can build the one underneath that. Because you can build more than 1 in this game. It's not like Race for the Galaxy. And then the star, I'm trying to block looking at that one. What would I do as the star? I guess ship, because it's getting late, and getting late in the game, and I have a good. Where I mean, I guess I could do develop to build that. That's a guaranteed point. I mean, it's not guaranteed. This one would actually be worth more points, so I'm going to do that. So I could do develop because I could actually build it, but I'm not going to do that. So, all right. So this turn we have settle and produce selected. So he chose produce. So we have here these 4 dice. There. Oop. Right. Okay. There we go. And so we're going to take here. We're going to put the green one on the green one, and the blue one on the blue one, and the white one, it doesn't matter where, right? We'll put on the brown, and then we'll put the yellow one on the yellow one. So he really wants to ship stuff. I mean, he's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points if he can somehow magically roll dice to ship all those, plus maybe some bonus points if he rolls the right dice. Now, what's going to happen is his dice is empty. He's got these 2. He's not going to get any of those. He's got $1 left here, so he wants to use the brown or the blue. He probably wants to use, if he's already got a blue there, it doesn't really matter. Which one gives you the most options to rolling ship? I think it's blue. So he'll take the blue and throw that in there. So there's that. And there we go. And so then red as well. So red's got settle, right? So he's going to settle this. There's one of those. And this one is gained $2 and purple die into the citizenry. So he's going to get this and he's going to get $2. He gets a purple die into here. And then he's got the other two settles, which are going to go boom, boom. And he gets this one here, which is gain a brown die into your cup, which is nice. So we'll put that out here. We got the brown die. And then this is going to go back here. He's got $3. He's going to take the purple, the brown, and the red. Because those. Oh, he's got a yellow. Hold on. He's thinking he's going to leave the red. He's going to take the yellow. So he's all set. So let's take a nice close view here of what's going to happen. So he's got 3 more slots of things he can build. He's got 3 more. There's about, if we look over here, 6 points worth. So yellow's going to do their darndest to ship all of these goods that he put out there. So let's take a look. So yellow's going to roll some dice. Let's do that. All right. Okay, well, produce. But see, he's got that crazy rearrange power. So you can just ship and then stick those there. Am I reading that wrong? No. It says here, I just want to make sure I wasn't reading that wrong. So this says here, if you have the most novelty worlds in Tableau, which he does, he's got 1, 2, 3, and then the other player has 1, you may reassign 1 or 2 workers to any phase. If you're tied, you can reassign 1. So there we go. We reassign those. So he's going to ship 3 of those goods. He's going to get 1 extra bonus point. So he's going to get 8 points, I believe, out of shipping. So that's it. End game triggers when either one player builds their 12th thing, whether it's a development or a settlement, or we run out of the pool of victory points. Now there's more victory points in the game than what you see there. I set some aside here because there is like a spillage or spillover. Yeah, so the game is going to end this round. So now red's going to do their thing. And we're going to roll that. Okay. So red doesn't know what yellow happened, but what is red going to do? Red's in a pickle because he's not really set up to do anything big this turn. So we'll set these out here. He could build a development, that's a point. You know, he could ship. Unfortunately, yeah, it's kind of tricky for him. I think what he's going to do, he's actually probably going to pick. I don't know. I don't know what red would do here. I'll say he's going to pick produce. And then if somebody else ships, he's only got 1 good to ship anyway. So yeah, he could do a reassign. I'm overthinking this, but he could. Yeah, so I'm trying to get the extra point. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave it like that. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna do yellow. Yellow's gonna do this crazy shipment. So he's got 3 here. So he's got 3 shipments. 1, 2, 3. So what he's gonna do is, if we look here, oops, yeah. So we got those 3 shipments: white, red, and blue. So we're definitely gonna ship these 3, because that one's not going to give us any bonus points because it doesn't match the world color. This is going to give us 1, 2, 3, because I'll say we'll use the blue for that. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. So these are all going to ship here. We're going to do that. Then we're going to take 7 points, which is going to clear us out because we've got here, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that clears that out. I'll take 1 extra from the extra cup. So he gets a 7. Yeah, poor Sparky is right. And that's it. So he will have, there's a tiebreaker or something I don't quite remember with like stuff in the cup or something. So he's got an extra buck. So go ahead and put that in there in case there's a tie. I don't remember what the rule is. I don't think I've ever seen a tie actually. And so he is going to produce, which is cool. No, it doesn't matter because he's producing with this yellow one. So you can put that yellow one there on a brown world, whoopity-doo. But these all go back in the cup. this here will ship the brown one. That'll give him 2 points, but he's got $3 left over. So there, so he's going to get 2 points out of the mystery cup here. There's your 2 points. So now what we're going to do is we're going to total up all of the points here. So we'll do this whole picture thing. So yellow player first. So we'll do these. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then you get the points here. So 16, 21, 27, 30, 31, 33, 36, 39, 41, 43. Okay, now we're going to go over here. So it's 43 for yellow. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 over here. 11, 13, 18, 22, 23, 24, 26, 28, 31. So I don't remember what yellow had, but that's it. All right, so there you go. Hopefully that was enjoyable. That took me just over an hour, which seems to be par for the course with my last one. I apologize for the look kind of miserable there. Nick Nolte look, I guess you could say. So hopefully that was, people enjoyed that, and I will do this one next, I think. I'll probably do another Race for the Galaxy like at a reasonable hour, and everything. So yeah, so I had fun playing it, and I think I worked everything out. I did some more reading. I don't know what happened earlier with the, well, I know what happened now, but it's crazy. So last time I got lucky, I guess, with pandemic. It actually worked pretty well. So yeah. So I appreciate you guys that were on at whatever godly hour it was on the East Coast. Okay, everybody. Hopefully get some good